Hello, welcome to our VNA broadcast daily, and following are today's headlines. Party General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trọng urges Ho Chi Minh City to better party building work. Defense ministries of Vietnam and Cambodia signed cooperation plan for 2013. The exhibition highlights the land, culture, history, and people of the three Indo-Chinese countries. Party General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trọng had working sessions with Ho Chi Minh City's key leaders on March 29th. He asked the city to be resolute, patient, and firm to continue bettering the party building work.
The party chief reiterated that party building is a regular, uninterrupted and long-term task. He said in the immediate time, Ho Chi Minh City should review the one-year implementation of the resolution of the fourth meeting of the Party Central Committee on some urgent issues on party building and publicize the results to let people know what have been done and what yet to be done. Each member of the municipal party committee and its standing board must be a vanguard and set an example for subordinates and people, he stressed. Due to its important role and position, Ho Chi Minh City should closely follow the party's resolutions and the state strategies in implementing its action plans. The city needs to take feasible and practical measures to achieve its set targets ahead of other localities in order to turn itself into a modern industrialized city. According to the Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, Lê Thanh Hải, during 2011-2012, despite domestic and world difficulties and challenges, Ho Chi Minh City's economic growth was 1.8 times higher than that of the country. Later on the day, party leader Chao made a visit to District 8, the city's southern gateway, which has recorded rapid urbanization in recent years.
National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng has urged the authorities of all levels in northern mountainous Tuyên Quang province to boost socio-economic development and improve the living standards of local people, especially ethnic minorities.
Meeting with ethnic voters in Tân Trào Commune, Sơn Dương District on March 29th, Hùng expressed his concern over the high rate of poor households, which accounted for nearly half of the total 1,100 families in the commune. He asked the local authorities to make more efforts to improve rural infrastructure to facilitate socio-economic development, trade and tourism, thus increasing locals' income. The National Assembly leader praised efforts that Tân Trào, a former revolutionary base, has made in building new model of rural areas and said he hopes the locals will uphold their traditions to preserve and promote cultural identities and solidarity and build the homeland more prosperously. Over the past 2 years, the commune has fulfilled 10 out of 19 criteria on building new rural area model. It sets a target of completing the remaining 9 criteria by 2015 with a total expense of 193 billion Vietnam đồng. During his stay in Sơn Dương District, Hùng planted trees at the Tân Trào Special Historical Relic and visited the National Assembly Relic. He offered incense to President Ho Chi Minh in Na Lua and presented gifts to families who served in the past revolutions.
The Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations and the Malaysian Embassy in Vietnam jointly held a ceremony in Hanoi on March 29th to mark the 40th anniversary of bilateral diplomatic ties.
At the event, President of the Vietnam-Malaysia Friendship Association, Do Hữu Hào, and Malaysian Ambassador Dato Azmi Zabidi shared the view that the friendship and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Malaysia will see new developments, meeting the two people's interest for peace, stability, cooperation, and prosperity in the region and the world at large. The Malaysian ambassador expressed his delight at the fine cooperation between the two countries in an array of areas, with two-way trade reaching $7.2 billion in 2012. The Malaysian businesses have invested a total of about $12 billion in Vietnam, focusing on oil and gas, property and production. The figures show Malaysian confidence in Vietnam's economic potential. Last year, 200,000 Vietnamese visited Malaysia, while the number of Malaysian tourists to Vietnam was 300,000.
Vietnam and Cambodia will intensify their defense ties, confirming it an important factor in bilateral comprehensive cooperation. To this effect, a cooperation plan for 2013 was signed between the two countries' defense ministries on March 29th in Ho Chi Minh City.
Under the plan, the two ministries will intensify exchanges of delegations of all levels, experience sharing in military building, staff training and naval joint patrol. They will work together in crushing plots of making the ill use of border demarcation and marker planting to undermine solidarity shared by the two countries. They will maintain close cooperation in searching, collecting and repatriating the remains of Vietnamese voluntary soldiers who sacrificed their lives in Cambodia in the past. Speaking at the event, Minister of Defense General Phung Quang Thanh and his Cambodian counterpart Thia Beng highly valued the agreed plan, describing it a vivid illustration of the long-nurtured traditional friendship between the two countries.
Vietnam will export 300,000 tons of rice to the Republic of Guinea a year from 2013 to 2015, following a memorandum of understanding on the trade signed in Hanoi on March 29.
Speaking at the signing ceremony, Vietnamese Minister of Industry and Trade Vũ Huy Hoàng said the deal will create a legal framework for the establishment of stable and direct rice trade relations to help ensure food security for Guinea and develop the strategic partnership between the two nations in rice provision. He expressed his belief that, with both sides' potential and efforts, bilateral economic trade relations will see new developments in the future. In addition to rice, Vietnam will boost the export of garments, footwear, tobacco, chemicals, bike and motorbike parts to Guinea, while importing cashew nuts, metals and minerals from this African country. According to Hoàng, rice has always been Vietnam's main export to Guinea, contributing $23 million to the country's $40 million export value from Guinea in 2012.
A conference took place in Hanoi on March 29th to discuss the root cause behind child abandonment in Vietnam. The event was jointly held by the Ministry of Labour, Invalids and Social Affairs and the United Nations Children's Fund.
As many as 170,000 orphans and abandoned children have been reported in Vietnam since 2004, of whom 21,000 have been brought to social sponsor centers. Participants named poverty, health-related matters, unwanted pregnancy, social isolation, and gender inequality as major reasons, forcing many people to give up their right to raise their offspring. The party and state have paid special attention to orphans and abandoned children. The National Assembly has issued a law on child care and protection. There are also a law on child adoption and policies to protect them. To increase social assistance for these children, the Ministry of Labour, Work Invalids and Social Affairs is carrying out a pilot model of social houses for children with special difficulties in 14 provinces and cities.
An exhibition highlighting the land, culture, history and people of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia opened on March 29th at the Mission Relic site in central Quảng Nam province. Let's have a look. Themed Our Common Heritages, the one-year exhibition is part of a UNESCO-coordinated project to improve the capacity of World Heritage museums. On display are various vivid documents, photos and artifacts depicting the special cultures and spectacular natural sports of the three Indo-Chinese countries. It also features the unique architectures of the country's world-renowned relic sites, namely Angkor, Previnhia, Bafo, Mission, Thăng Long Citadel and Ho Citadel. Similar exhibitions opened in Laos and Cambodia at the same time with a view to helping international friends understand more about the world cultural heritages in Indochina. And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.